everybody, welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. We are going to go forward onto episode 3 today. We are going to begin the recipe for turnabout. It will involve maids. Congratulations, everyone.
That's enough. This court sees no reason for further prolonging the trial. This case is incredibly clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
It wasn't me! I swear it wasn't me!
The evidence and testimony we have seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank from the poisoned cup of coffee.
No, you're wrong! I know what I saw! I saw! I saw someone else there! A man! He's the real killer! Look at that suspicious
That's the wrong colour hand. That will make sense later.
What pretty cup. Why won't anyone believe me?
Winston pain noises.
This court finds the defendant guilty. Good evening. This court is adjourned, by the way.
January 6th! No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
The start of the new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world.
I bet it does, Maya.
So, I've decided that our resolution should be Suvati, take on the world. What do you think?
Sure, whatever, Maya, but I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake.
Never! You've gotta eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV or playing a board game.
Hey, pal!
Detective Gumshoe?
Happy New Year, Detective!
Likewise. Now listen up, Wright! I wanna...
Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer-police cooperation.
Yeah, me too. Alright, pal! You've got some explaining to do.
Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective?
What? Well, here, have this. It's really nothing much, but...
Yay! Thank you!
Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Take a seat.
Hey, what about Pearly? You haven't forgotten her present, have you?
No, no, are you doing this on purpose?
Guess I'm busted. How did you like my first practical joke of the year?
Very funny, pal. Now let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this!
What is it? A magazine?
Hey, I wanna see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright trounced.
Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childishly amateur performance yesterday. What the heck is this?
It's a report, pal, about you.
Listen to this. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case.
Well, and don't tell me you don't remember anything about it.
But I don't remember anything about it.
When was that issue from, anyway?
December last year, which I guess makes it last month.
Which makes it old news, you mean?
But I wasn't involved in a poisoning case in December.
So what do you think this is all about, Nick?
If it wasn't you, pal, then that leaves only one possibility.
No way. You don't mean...
A
phony Nick?
This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year of one, too.
So, what are you gonna do about it, pal?
What do you mean, what am I gonna do about it?
Well, it's your fault the judge found the defendant guilty in this case.
My fault? How do you figure that?
Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of?
Yeah, see what happens when you hotshots start getting too full of yourselves?
But I didn't do anything wrong. At least not that I can remember.
You better make this right, pal, now! And that means taking the case back to court. You got it?
Sounds like we've got our first case of the new year.
Let's tackle it with gusto.
I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned.
I guess that New Year's resolution is gonna have to wait until next year.
So you're taking the case, right? Good! I'm gonna head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something, okay, pal?
I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. If a client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I am kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of a guy would do that? The general. Okay. We have some places to go. Hang on. We have a sneeze that I need to mute. Okay, there we go. Well, I guess we're heading down to the detention center to figure out what's going on.
This is so nerve-wracking, waiting to meet our new client. I wonder just what kind of person you tricked and got found guilty.
Keep it down, Maya. That kind of talk could ruin me.
Ah! How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? They put me in solitary. I haven't been able to stop crying.
Aren't you?
Yes, I am. I am totally and utterly let down. Are you? Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggey, remember? Maggey Byrde.
Maggey Byrde? Oh! Maggey Byrde. She's the policewoman I defended that one time. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop too. What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you acquitted?
Oh, sure, very funny. After that fifth-rate defense job, you come in here and start making jokes? You better hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick. Oh, I see.
So that's where we stand right now. I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder.
My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
I vaguely remember her saying the exact same thing last time.
But I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? At least now the real Mr. Wright is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir. So, how come you're dressed like that, Maggey? Last year you looked so sharp in that police uniform. I was fired after that incident last year. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. I don't mind one bit. I enjoyed being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on. So, what do you do now? In the second act of the life of Maggey Byrde, I'm playing the role of a waitress. A waitress? Yes, in a French restaurant. It's a small place, but it's quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure came through for me. And the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me straight away, sir.
And then you got into this mess straight away, right?
Yeah, you could put it that way. This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month, and it happened at Tribulations.
Tribulations?
Yes, it's a restaurant where good service and a friendly smile are always included.
Oh.
There were 2 men at the table, both drinking coffee. And then... one of the men slipped some poison into the victim's cup. The victim took just 1 sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out. Hey, hold on there, Maggey. What?
You keep calling the guy the victim. Didn't you know the guy who was killed?
Not at all. I'd never even seen the guy before.
Oh. So she wouldn't have had a motive to kill him then, I guess. And the other man, the killer, you saw him, right?
Of course. A good waitress must be attentive to the clientele.
So you saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway? How come?
You tell me, Mr. Wright.
I guess the answer to my question is my phony. Anyway, she saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy. So, if you saw the murderer, why were you still convicted?
Because no one else saw.
Saw what?
The other man. The one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at his table the whole time.
But how's that possible?
I don't know, but nobody, not one person, would believe me, sir. Even Phoenix Wright, my one last hope for a fair trial, failed me. What a pathetic defense! My granny could have done a better job!
Look, that wasn't me, okay?
And then, they found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket.
What?
A small bottle of poison.
What? Poison? It was in your pocket? Yeah, I'm peeking. Ah. That was a bit dramatic, I'm sorry.
Well, I passed out when the victim collapsed. The killer must have slipped the poison in my pocket when I was unconscious.
And no one else saw this other guy?
No, sir. That's what everyone said. But I don't see how they could have missed him. I was the one who took the coffee to the 2 men.
Oh? And what was your impression of them?
Well, when I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry.
In music? How come?
Well, one of them had some sort of earpiece and an emo musician's look about him. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir.
An earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Did you get a look at the CD at all?
It had a band's name written on it. I think it was MC something. They must have been preparing for their debut, I guess.
So it was a band CD. Maybe a promo disc?
Maybe it was MC Screwdriver.
Get serious, Maya. Would you buy the CD of a group named that?
What was the name of that group again? MC Hacksaw... No, MC...
And what about the killer? What did he look like?
Well, I don't really remember. Only that he was a young man, well-built, like the victim, really.
Might as well ask her about this. Oh, yeah, I need to ask you about this.
Hey, this article's about my case!
Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me?
Yes, sir. It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here. You were wearing one of your super sharp suits.
Me?
Yes, you, Mr. Wright.
Hey, Maggey, was my evil double I am here too?
No, I don't remember a phony you, Maya.
Oh, it would have been so cool.
Then you got really worked up and passionate. I'm gonna get you cleared of this crime, you said.
Okay, I get the picture. But you've met me in person before. So how come you didn't realize that guy wasn't the real me?
I guess looking back now, it was a little strange.
Only a little?
Well, okay, so you were a bit taller than normal, and you looked a bit shady. And your voice was a bit weird, and you had this kind of funny accent, and...
So the guy was nothing like me then?
But he had your spiky hair and blue suit.
Is that all it takes for someone to imitate me? How about everyone else in the courtroom, like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realize he was an imposter?
Everyone had these big question marks on their faces, but it seemed that no one wanted to say anything, sir.
This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial?
Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. So we should be able to get a retrial.
Mr. Wright?
Hmm?
Do you think we'll win next time?
Sir?
My life has been a full-course meal of bad luck, complete with defeat for dessert. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. I even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune of being accused of murder. But I will survive, because Maggey Byrde always lives to fight another day. And one day, I'll find it. Just you wait and see, sir. I'll find that one single moment of good luck. Geniap's really gonna pay for this.
What are you staring at me like that for? But Maya's right. Geniap? Maya's right. Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out.
We'll find him. Don't you worry. We'll get Geniap for you. Thank you. Oh, I'll tell you where Trebian is.
Right. The restaurant where the murder took place.
Yes, sir. When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi.
Sure.
All right, Nick. Let's go check out this restaurant and its food.
You think we should... We have a selection of places. We've never been to the Criminal Affairs Department before in the game. Like, we've been there before. It's been a long time. Nigh on yonks. Nigh on years. Well, really, Trebian should probably be a priority. Oh boy. I forgot what this place looked like. It's been years since I last played this case, actually. It's like, oh dear. Oh, the high definition.
Wow, look at this place.
Look? More like smell. What is with the suffocating scent of flowers in here? Then again, girls like that kind of thing, right?
Actually, I'm not all that into it. No one's coming to see this. Maybe there's no one here.
Don't be silly, Maya. This is a restaurant and it's open for business. Hello? Anybody here? I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here.
Perfect.
Let's get intrusive. If there's no one here, we can take anything we want. I suppose we can. Why is she the shoulder devil? Why is she like this? Magazines. It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya?
Yeah, I guess I could. I'm always in my acolyte clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then.
There's something stuffed in behind the rack. That was quick.
Looks like a sports paper to me. Hey, and look at this! Someone scribbled a little doodle on one of the pages.
MC Bomber and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. $100,000, maybe? I wonder what MC Bomber is supposed to be. Huh. This paper. It's from December 3rd. This paper's from the day of the poisoning.
What?
Well, shit. That was quick. A paper from the day of the murder. This has gotta be a clue. I should see if I can find out some more about this paper. I'm gonna look at the rest of the restaurant.
Look at all the little trinkets tucked away in here.
I bet Have we been introduced formally yet? No. I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all of these personally. Let's see. A bouquet of flowers, some potpourri, and look! Fine bone china cups.
I never knew you were so cultured.
Come on, Maya. This is common knowledge. Any Joe Schmo knows this much. That's a beautiful picture. No clues here, but just a beautiful picture. It's the restaurant's front entrance. There's a sign hanging on the door written in French. It probably says open or closed. It must be one or the other, but I don't know which. I don't know jock about French.
Look, it's one of those magical boxes that spits out money.
You know, you're the only person who would ever describe a cash register in that way. Apparently I can click this again. They're all in French. Wear nice outfits.
Yeah, I would like to wear nice outfits, actually.
It's very French. It's very French. Let's slide. Oh dear. Wow, it's a beautiful winter wonderland out there.
Really? Cool, I love snow. Let me see. Huh? It's not white. It's not even snowing.
Gotcha. I was only kidding, Maya.
Nick! There are lies that are okay to tell. There are lies that are okay to tell, and lies that definitely aren't.
All I did was tell an itty-bitty white lie about non-existent white snow. This table's set nicely. It just needs a customer.
What do you think this flower is, Nick?
Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like a tulip, and it's not a sunflower, I don't think.
Duh, even I could have told you that.
Well, those are the only kinds of flowers I know. Dagnabbit, I'm a lawyer, not a botanist. This must be the table where the murder occurred.
I guess so, with all this police tape all around it.
And that stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth, okay, Maya?
Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know.
Then why can I picture you doing just that? Stop looking at me like that. Partitions. This restaurant has partitions that separate the tables. When you're seated at a table, you can only see the tables to your right or left. Oh, we've got a thing. and we can only go to the detention center from here. And I think we've reviewed the entire restaurant so far.
Oh, a sports paper. Let's see. Did Guts and Brawn manage to defend his heavyweight title?
Sorry, Maggey. That paper is actually a month old. It's from the day of the murder.
And Gutson got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid. Oh, no.
I found this paper in the magazine rack at Tribulations.
Really? Really? That's strange. Tribune doesn't get newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not really fond of them.
Then maybe one of the customers left it behind. Anyway, what I want you to do is... What I want you to take a look at is this scribble here.
Aha! That's it, sir! MC Bomber! That was the name that was written on the CD.
Just as I thought. I guess it wasn't MC Screwdriver after all, huh?
So, that $100,000 must be a down payment for a record deal, right?
If someone gave me $100,000, I'd sing for sure. The Master of Crying, or the Spirit Song, or Maya's theme. Okay, Maya. So, if the sample CD was on the victim's table, that means this newspaper may have belonged to the victim.
You're right.
So the victim left this behind on the day of the murder, huh?
I think we better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick?
Wait, no, we've maxed out talk bubbles. I don't know why I'm thinking about that. Let's talk to Gummy. Let's talk to Gumshoe. Dick Gumshoe. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at the badger in the back. Look at the blue badger and pink badger in the background. Look at that in beautiful high definition. Why did they redraw them like this when we have a design for the blue badger now? What's going on here? What's happening?
It's been ages since we came down to the precinct, huh, Nick?
Looks like Gumshoe isn't around.
He's got it so easy, leaving everyone else to do the work.
No, he's out there somewhere. My bet is in the courthouse. He's probably trying to arrange the retrial of the case.
Guess that means we should go to the detention center and chat with our killer, huh?
After being convicted without a fair trial, I'm not sure killer is the right label. Let's look at them.
Hey, that's the police mascot, isn't it? It's so cute.
That's the blue badger. It was my idea. I made it, and now it's the national symbol of the police force. So, what's with the pink one? It's new, right?
She's not an it, Nick. She's a she, right, Chief?
Yep, meet the pink badger.
So one's called Blue and the other's called Pink, but they're both called Badger?
You got it. They're married.
Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Badger seem to be cuffed together, Chief.
You got it. That's marriage for you. Wow. A mascot that's deeper than the deepest of deep oceans. I mean, they look pretty happy. Maybe they're just into it. I keep right-clicking. Well, these are detectives' desks. There are computers and files in each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. That's a highfalutin laptop. Look at that. Look at these gorgeous flat screen monitors. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Don't die running a red light. Die the old-fashioned way of old age. We have a winner. Inject a bit of humor. That's the key. He must be coming up with slogans for a safety campaign. I guess? This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Masked Demask turned up at the bank? What's he doing? Hands up, you scalawags! You're under arrest! Hey, that's our job! Looks like Rondalight's opted for a new career. Quit surfing the net, Chief! Sorry, I was just, Things feel pretty tense in here. Now, I guess what I'd better do is leave. Give me your pencils. It's an office. I will take them. Checking. Gonna check the screens. Gonna check the screens. Is it time for French? It's time for French. Oh fuck, I need... Ah shit. Ah! I did not prepare adequately for this character. Oulala. Yeah! I've been jump scared by Earthheart. Why is Phoenix so happy to drink? Why does he do this? Why is he doing this to me? Speaking of drink, hey... Hey Josh. Ooh la la, bonjour! Welcome to La Tribulations. I cannot French, I'm sorry. That's okay, because this character can't either. I couldn't see the hydrate message. I couldn't see the hydrate message. I was just yahooed by Phoenix Wright. By a beautiful hobo neck. Everybody's favourite version of Phoenix. Welcome to La Tribulations. Oh, hello. What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff. Bienvenue. Welcome to my petit restaurant. Huh? B Avenue? Oh no, my petit chulip. Huh? Me? Look at this face. Like a kitten rejected by its own mother. You are fatigued, no? Alors, you need this. An aromatic bath oil melange of neroli and fuck. An aromatic bath oil melange of neroli and rose. Neroli is orange blossom, if you didn't know. My personal recommendation. You think I need what? Oui, just add a couple of drops of this mixture to the bath water and voila! It will soothe your body and your mind. It's simply fantastic. Really? And for la monsieur? Who, me? Look at that face, like the puppy rejected by life itself. You are fatigued, no? For you, monsieur, I recommend this. Oil of bergamot and maybe a hint of oui. I will add the peppermint and the clary sage for a fragrance exceptional. Such an invigorating recipe will bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur. My beauty? Alors, if you will be seated, I will bring you the special menu of the day. Actually, we're not here to eat. We're lawyers. Mais bien sûr. I know this already, monsieur. You are La Phoenix Wright, no? Yes. You know me? Mais oui, I never forget a man who flirts with me, especially in court. I guess he was cross-examined by a mysterious Geniap. It looks like everyone to do with this case knows who I am already. I wonder what sort of impression Geniap's been leaving on people, don't you? Allow me to introduce myself to you again. I am Jean Armstrong. Enchanté. Hello, John. This fucker is a force to be reckoned with. I mildly prepared myself to do like a speech on John, but like I am actually just kind of scupped in doing it by his existence. He happened, and now what? Well, what the fuck can I do? So, what does très bien mean? I know très, that means free, right? No, 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 très bien is français. In English, you would say very good. Oh, very good. Oui, exactement. L'atmosphere is très bien, and la cuisine is très bien. If the food's so good, why aren't there any customers? My cuisine is not for all. Some people, they do not appreciate low cuisine. I thought everyone liked hot cuisine. Since I have lost Maggey, I do not have enough hands. So you're running this place on your own now?
Oui, for la moment. No one has answered my advertisement. Oh, pour moi.
Please don't eyeball me when you say that.
I am the chef, I am the manager. I am also a trained aromatherapist.
Aroma what?
A practitioner of aromatherapy. The art of soothing the soul. With a delicate floral aromas.
Delicate? The smell coming from that bottle earlier was anything but. No, Nick, it's to beautify you. It needs to be powerful to wash away the wrinkles you have from dealing with the shit on a daily basis. But it'll make you look like a fucking angel. So, could you tell me what you know about the incident?
Bien. It makes me sad to remember it, yet I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened.
Yeah, I guess it's been about a month since Maggie's sentencing.
So, it was the 3rd of last month, just after 1 in the afternoon. A man who was in here for a coffee suddenly became ill.
Because of the poison in his coffee?
That is the truth as I know it. It was Maggey who took his drink to him. I was in the kitchen. I heard the sound of someone collapsing. When I came out to see what it was, he was already slumped in his chair.
He was dead?
Mon Dieu, he was dead. Maggey had passed out also.
And this man who died, was he alone?
Oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggey said there was someone else, but...
I see.
The police, they asked me many times. Are you sure there was no one else at the table, they asked. But I am not the only one. The old man said the same thing.
Old man? What old man? Old man? So, who is this old man that you mentioned?
At the time of La Madère, there was another customer in here.
What? Someone else saw it?
Mais oui, as usual, he came alone that day. At the time of La murder, he was here. He saw it too. But he said the same thing, that there was no one else at the victim's table.
But Maggey swears there were 2 people.
Mais, mademoiselle, le lawyer, he could not prove this, no?
About the lawyer. That was me, I suppose?
Mais bien sûr.
Wow. He's the first person who said it wasn't me.
Don't kid yourself, Nick. Now who's the one making stuff up?
Jesus. Jesus. Speaking about Maggey.
Maggey was a policewoman once, n'est-ce pas?
Yeah, but she had to quit for reasons beyond her control.
Oui, oui. She was a suspect in la murder investigation, no?
Oh, you know about that.
That is why I gave her to... That is why I gave to her la perfume for la happiness.
The penis perfume?
Blended from bergamot like I have given to you before.
But she's been arrested again, and found guilty this time.
This is true. A natural aroma of unhappiness must have been very strong.
Just admit it. Your perfume doesn't work.
I am not surprised she was the prime suspect. After something like that took place before my very eyes.
Something like what? What is this guy talking about? Yeah.
Does this mean Maggey did have a motive?
We've gotta ask this guy for more info. Stat. When Maggey took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen?
I suppose you could say so.
So what happened?
No, it was nothing.
Look, Maggey says she didn't even know the guy, but she's still been indicted for murder. The prosecution must have come up with some kind of motive.
It is true.
If there was anything at all between Maggey and the victim, it could be relevant.
So please, tell us anything you know.
Cyclops?
No way. What are we gonna do, Nick?
We'll just have to Wait, what?
Wait, what's wrong?
The Magatama. It's gone!
Huh?
I had it in my pocket, but it's vanished into thin air.
What?
But I could see the Cyclops. Maybe that means the Magatama is nearby? Mr. Armstrong? Could I just confirm something with you again? The table where the victim was sitting, was anyone else sitting there?
That is a question you will have to ask him yourselves.
Huh? M?
The old man spends all of his time down the park.
The park. What park's that?
Behind the restaurant. It is called Vitamin Square.
Thank you.
Je vous en prie, my dear.
Let's go check out this Vitamin Square right now, Nick.
Vitamin Square. Vitamin Square, probably. The important part is we'll see why it's called Vitamin Square. Because this is a very memorable background. Look at that, it's gorgeous. I'd want to hang out this place all the time, except I'm 30, so I can't do that anymore. I would have to birth the children to do so. Let me check with me.
So this is Vitamin Square.
Yeah, I see where they get the name from now. The fruits scream vitamins at you. Do they, Nick?
Hey, Nick. That's the guy, right? Isn't that the old man Mr. Armstrong was talking about?
That grouchy-looking grandpa?
He's throwing seeds out for the pigeons.
Maya, he's not throwing seeds for them. He's throwing seeds at them. Cranky son of a gun. My grumpiness threat level has just been raised to red. It's very angry music. Excuse me. What would this old man sound like? I have to do a voice. I can't ask Evan to do this. Would you mind if I had a word with you?
Yes!
I just want to ask you a couple of questions.
What's the matter with you? Can't you see I'm busy? So you don't like my seeds, eh, pigeons?
He's really chucking those seeds at them. That's gotta hurt.
Go on, eat this!
Excuse me, sir, can I ask you about Maggey Byrde?
I don't know any Maggey Byrde. Yes, you do. Maggey, the waitress at Tribulations. It's a disgrace, I tell ya. Not a disgrace.
A disgrace?
An innocent young girl revealing herself like that?
Revealing? You mean her uniform?
The youth of today. They don't have any shame. No shame, I tell ya. No one else.
Whatever happened to the old Bushido values of Japan, like honor and modesty? Remember, the English version of this game still takes place in California.
What about me? I'm not wearing anything revealing.
You!
Your problem is you lack any sense of grace.
Talk about hitting a girl where it hurts. I mean, also, you're wearing a mini dress, Maya. Let's also just point that out for a second. do you go to Tribune a lot?
That miserable excuse for a restaurant? That garbage they serve in there's not food. Where's the sushi, the tempura, the rice?
Tribune is French, sir.
Where do you think we are, boy? In Paris? I want real food, not those snooty snacks. And what about those shameless girls?
You mean the waitresses?
You can see all the way up to the waitresses. They're practically naked. It's a disgrace, isn't it? Well, isn't it?
Listen, it's not my restaurant.
It's a miserable excuse for a restaurant that plays miserable.
He certainly knows the place. He must be a regular. But if he hates it so much, why does he keep going?
Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? It's just, if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there?
Sir?
There you are, you filthy pigeons. You want food? Take that.
He must be hiding something, right?
If he is, I should be able to see a side clock or two. Oh wait, I don't exactly have the Magatama right now, huh?
Remember, Nick, that Magatama is only on loan. You better find it, or else.
If Pearls ever gets wind of this, I'm going to be in a world of pain. Oh! Bird. Is that a pigeon? Is that a dove?
Hey, look! Pigeons!
Yeah, and heaps of them too.
Did you know that pigeons are a symbol of peace?
That's a dove, not a pigeon.
Poor things. So they can't be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're gray? Is that it?
You're overthinking this one by just a smidge, Maya. She's right though, they are... Look, that is a rock dove.
Water. This place is so fruity.
That's not a bad thing. Besides, I love apples. They're among my favorites.
And then an apple slide is perfect for you.
And what is so perfect about it?
Oh, come on, don't be a stick in the mud. Slide down it a few times. Go on. Woo!
No way.
I'd get covered in sand if I slid down that side.
Anyone can see that.
Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, I'd give it a try, too.
So anyway, that's pretty obvious actually, so click that.
Ooh, there's a magazine here.
It's a magazine full of job listings.
You disgusting rogue, picking up something someone else threw away.
Threw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job?
That's none of your business.
Sorry. I guess I'll just take the magazine with me then.
I don't want anyone else having it. Give it back.
Too bad. Now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up. My name is Phoenix Wright, and I'm a little bitch.
That's mine.
My name... I mean, that's just the sandcastle. And probably look in the sandcastle, actually.
I used to love sandboxes like you wouldn't believe.
Really? You?
Sure. Finding iron filings in the sand of a magnet was my favorite thing to do.
Iron filings? That's too exciting for words.
It was my ambition to collect every single shred of iron in the sandbox. I was such a kid back then.
So, did you manage to get all the iron?
No, I never did. I think I came close though. Come to think of it, I still have all the iron filings I found back then. You want them?
No. This man is angry, and he wants his magazine back, and I ain't giving it. Like, it ain't happening. It ain't. So, I have a badge. I don't have a Magatama. I have a newspaper. I have a newspaper. I have a sports paper. I have a job listing paper. I'm collecting all the magazines right now. Phoenix Wright, Ace News Agents. I'm gonna wave at him, but... sir, could I just ask you about this? Sir?
Here you go, boy. How does some pigeon feet sound to you?
This wasn't exactly what I was hoping to get out of this guy. Well, that was a very Japanese man. Now to talk to a very not French person. Let's see. I wasn't prepared to read that out, so I didn't. My squiggle. Another thing. Where did I drop this Makatama? The fact that I can see the lock must mean it's nearby.
I only loaned it to you, you know. So you better find it, Nick, okay?
And here I thought it was mine to keep. Hunting, hunting, hunting. Where's the Magatama? Hunting, hunting, hunting. Hunting, hunting. These won't give me new messages. Never mind. Whoop! My name is Phoenix Wright, and I'm using roller skates indoors. Wouldn't that be wonderful? The problem is, I am Phoenix Wright, so I don't have the ability to walk yet. I have to... It's like... Edgeworth gets that. Edgeworth gets the ability to walk. Done this? And hand it to him. 50,000. Oh, 500,000. 100,000. MC Bomber. Really shitty drawing of Master Mask and Bottom. We found this sports paper in the magazine rack here.
One of my customers must have left it behind.
Do you have any idea which customer it was?
The only ideas I have, mademoiselle, I save in my kitchen.
Well...
Mademoiselle?
Yes?
Are you looking for le job?
What? No, I was just...
Let me see. Your style is un peu different, but you have a good face.
Different?
Felicitations, you have passed. I will hire you. Bien, come with me. I will teach you everything I know.
Nick? Help?
I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad. Maybe I should do both. Well, that happened. Well, Maya's been abducted. And happened again. All the items have refreshed. Really tight behind the cash register counter. Can Mr. Armstrong even get in there? And if he got in, could he get out again? It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. All the clothes in these are absolutely atrocious. some of them have been circled in red. I really hope Mr. Armstrong is not thinking of buying those. He would look like shit. He deserves better fashion. There's a bunch of little trinkets on the shelf by the door. I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all of these personally. I don't think there's actually anything new to hunt down from this, just that Maya's not here. He had this table ready to go. Now, if only the food in this place was edible. I mean, I don't know that yet, but... Well, actually, somebody died of poisoning in here, so... My name is Phoenix Wright, and I make a fine judgment. This must be the table where the poisoning occurred. The stain tells the story well. The whole area is still cordoned off with police tape. I guess it must still be under investigation. Look, I am just trying to crawl around on my hands and knees to figure out where that darn Magatama's gone. Looks like they have Maggey in questioning. I guess I've asked her pretty much everything. I'll come back if there's anything else I need to ask her later. Poor Maya. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's really taken a shine to her. I suppose I'll just have to let her work at the restaurant for a while. I'll go pick her up from Tribulations once things have cooled off. Oh, Charlie. A quite decorative plant. He's sort of a keepsake. Something to remember me by. Sure, the office is a mess, but I never forget to water this little fella. I don't think he's little. I think he's like 4 foot tall. Anyway, now that we're done reminiscing. Is this when we gumshoe? Can we gumshoe now? Can I gumshoe now on this fine day of... Why did this have to be the day?
Well, pal, have you found the evidence yet? The one that's gonna find her innocent?
No, not yet. We've only just started our investigation.
Well, whatever you need to know, I'll give you the dirt on it. I'm putting off all the other cases for now, pal.
Gumshoe's really fired up about this one.
Oh yeah, one more thing. The retrial's been approved. Court's sitting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And Gatto's gonna be the prosecutor.
Oh. Him.
Now listen up, pal. If Maggie's found guilty again...
Yes?
I'll make sure you get locked up good for it, got it?
Okay, babe.
So the guilty party was Maggey Byrde, huh? Yeah.
Back when she was on the police force, you were her mentor when she was a rookie, right?
Yeah, I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you know. What's with the funny looks, pal? I was just... It wasn't anything like... Look, sure, I was her boss when she was doing her training. But that was it. Nothing happened.
Gumshoe sure is sweating up a storm over nothing. Ah, so that's it. Our big old Gumshoe has a little old crush on Maggey.
I don't like her or anything. I was there.
Note to self.
Gossip with Maya about this later.
Look, pal, don't tell anyone, okay? You gotta keep it a secret, got it?
Sure. And would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all the time?
Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. You'd have to be blind not to see what's on your mind.
So, I was wondering, could you fill me in on the victim?
Glenn Elk, he was a computer programmer.
I see, a programmer.
He was just a regular Joe working for a small-time computer firm. He's got a scouter. Maggey never had any contact with the guy before that day. And all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the murder, pal.
Yeah, Maggey also claimed to have never seen the guy before. Did the victim go to the restaurant often?
Not according to the chef.
I got confused. I thought I was gonna say chief, and I said chef. Chef. Said it was the first time he'd seen the guy. A programmer, and a first-time customer at that. What possible reason could Maggey have had to kill a guy like that? That's what I thought. But a motive was still somehow established in her trial. You're kidding. What was her motive supposed to be? Sorry, pal. I'm real busy. I haven't even got enough time to sift through these papers. Look into it yourself, okay? What could this motive have been? This isn't really a proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it by myself. Oh, that's right. The judge already ruled on the case and all the evidence is in already. The only problem is with Maggey's testimony. Yeah, it doesn't sound very good for us, huh? Look, pal, I've got a mountain of papers on this case to look over before tomorrow. So I'm just gonna say this. Maggey Byrde's no liar. She's... Okay, so she's a bit out there and a bit off base sometimes, but she was a good cop. That's not exactly complimentary, you know? So what do you think really happened? And just how contradictory is her testimony? The biggest problem with Maggey's testimony is the number of people at the table. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Maggey still insists there was another guy sitting with the victim. Right, but get this. Everyone else in the place says the guy was alone. Even the chef. And then there's that CD. CD? Oh yeah, she did mention something about a CD.
And there was a sample CD on the table, sir.
But our guys turned that place upside down. There was no CD.
What?
Not on the table, not anywhere in the whole restaurant, pal.
But didn't Maggey say the victim was wearing an earpiece too?
Yeah, but that was for the portable radio in the front pocket of his hoodie.
A radio? He didn't have a CD player?
You got it. Your phony never explained that contradiction at all.
Come to think of it, the owner at Tribulations didn't mention that CD either. I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. You know, like the Cyclops or something might tell you that. Anyway. We only have so much information we can give.
What's that? Sports paper?
Yeah, I found it in the magazine rack at Tribulations.
It's dated the same day as the murder. You may be onto something here.
And take a look at this. See this writing here?
MC Bomber. Hey!
What is it?
I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah, MC Bomber.
Oh, he actually seems to be thinking for
Phoenix! Ah, it's no good. I can't remember.
There we go.
Hey pal, I'm gonna borrow this paper for a bit, okay? I want to get a handwriting analysis done on the scribble.
Handwriting, huh? It'd be good to know more about that in any case.
Thanks, pal. I bet this will turn out to be an interesting clue.
I'm gonna give you a job listing. What do you make of this?
Generic item response. I'm thinking about Maggey. I mean, I didn't mean it like that.
We haven't added the old man into our... We haven't got his name yet, so of course we haven't added the old man. Have you gone to see Maggey?
Of course I have, but I wasn't much good at consoling her. I'm not very good with words.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess I must have looked a bit down. Maggey was really supportive of me. It was great to have someone to talk to.
Did he go for her or for himself?
The chef at Tribulations, huh?
you know what that chef said to me? Ooh la la, your body is full of the toxins. And then he gave me this bottle. What's in it? I don't know. The label says juniper. I'm under orders to put a few drops of it in my bath every day. Under orders? Yeah, you know, there's something about that lady. I mean, guy. I mean... Huh? You can't stop thinking about him? Not like that, pal. Give me a break. He's not my type. I mean, I can't stop thinking that he's involved with the case somehow. Sounds like he knows a little something more about our charming chef. Chef. Jesus Christ, this room is not... So, what exactly is it that caught your attention about the chef at Tribulations? It's, kinda hard to say. The guy's probably not even connected with the case anyway. Hey, come on, detective. Didn't you say you'd give me the dirt on anything? Well, this sort of stuff is kinda unimportant, gossipy stuff, you know, pal? Look, how about this? You go to Tribulations and investigate the place yourself. And if you find out anything suspicious about the guy, you report back to me, okay? Don't suppose I get a choice in this, huh? Guess I better find out some more about the chef in Tribulations and then report back to Gumshoe. Viper is playing Sonic Adventure 2. Congratulations. Okay, so, Frenchman. There's a man who is French. Okay, no, I gotta keep, like, the map in mind. How's it going, the Tribulations? I'm gonna... Ow. The scent of flowers sure is strong. It's almost making me dizzy. Oh, hello? Girl? Was that a... Who was that just now? A customer? She had sort of a dark aura about her. Aura?
Oh, welcome! Bienvenue!
What a cute voice.
Oh, it's just you, Nick.
Maya!
Well, how do I look?
Maybe you should quit being a spirit medium?
Maybe, but it's kind of boring being a waitress. I mean, you're my first ever customer.
Then who was that woman I just saw?
Oh! Since you're here, you might as well have something to eat.
I am kinda hungry, actually. So, how do you like your new job, Maya?
I never knew there was so much for a waitress to do. Take people's orders, bring them their food, make coffee, work the cash register. Of course, we need a customer before I can do any of that.
Yeah, it's a nice-looking restaurant. It's a shame more people don't come.
Don't forget about the ultra-cute waitress. Check out my gimme a tip smile. Hey, Nick, why don't you order something? The chef's preparing a tasty lunch set at the moment, or so he says.
How much is it?
It's the twin tea set, so it's $20, of course.
The twin tea set? I believe I'll be taking a pass on that. It's kind of expensive.
What? But you can't! Come on, Nick, it's not every day I get to be a waitress. I want to try carrying plates and working the cash register.
How about cleaning the toilets? That should keep you busy.
Yeah, right. Maybe later.
About the lunch.
Oh, a fine choice, sir.
No,
Kitchen! Lunch special, please! With all the extras, drink, side salad, dessert, and gift!
I don't need any of that.
Just a moment, please, sir.
Maya's really getting into this. So, how much is the set lunch then? $20, right?
But with the drink, the side salad, the dessert, it's 45? Hey, wait a second, Maya!
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Here you are, our deluxe Fortify lunch set.
Whoa.
A dish inspired by lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Bon appetit!
Thank you?
Come on, Nick, hurry up and try it already.
Lobster, huh? Alright, down the hatch it goes.
Well?
Are you hungry, Maya?
I'm starving.
Here, it's yours.
Really?
Remember, Maya, my wallet doesn't print money, so you better polish off that plate.
I just remembered I've got to clean the toilets.
Hey! You can't be in that much of a hurry to clean the toilets. How does that guy manage to make good food taste so bad?
Hey, Nick, you want to take a peek at the kitchen?
The kitchen, huh? Not a bad idea. Now, what was it that Maggey said again? In the kitchen, you get to see all of the chef's greatest secrets. Is that what she said? Did we get to that point?
Sounds tasty.
Hey, wait up, Maya!
What is it? I'm pretty busy right now.
Weren't you going to show me around?
There goes my plan to find some cool clue and show it off in your face.
I'd better conduct the search in the kitchen myself. Oh, it's nice. Look at all those bottles of juniper and bergamot and neroli.
And here it is, the famous Tribulations kitchen. It's my first time in here too, actually.
There's a weird atmosphere in here, that's for sure.
Mr. Armstrong will be back soon, so we better search quickly. Chop chop!
Well, should I just go for the obvious? There's a book. I'll just go for the obvious.
Now I know I'm in a French restaurant. I've never even heard of most of these seasonings. Hey Nick, this container has oyster sauce? What's that?
Isn't that used in Chinese food? Look! Right there on the counter!
My Magatama! What's it doing there?
What indeed? Knife, 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 knife. There is a book on the table.
Now this is one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty.
There's a book on the dresser. Clarice Armstrong's Bedtime Literature.
Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it?
It looks like a collection of poems he's written.
Poems? Cool, read one out. And say it in your best French accent, with intensity, got it?
Okay, here's one. It's called Printemps. The two of them like actors from a film. The coffee still undrunk. Sweet nothings over too soon on that sad Sunday morning. The foolish cocktail so delicious. Take the last sip of your tea and I know what I will do. I must lie to you. I must.
Huh? That's it?
Yeah, that's a poem for you. Can I take that as evidence? Talking about two guys? It looks like a treasure chest or something.
Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 98, 99, 100. They're all the same, too.
Hey, wait a minute. What is it?
There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell. So what's the liquid inside then, I wonder? Hey Nick, we should borrow this. I mean, look how many bottles he's got. He won't miss one, will he?
I feel like those are the important things. Also, Clarice? Clarice? It's not a Clarice, it's a Clarice? Again, there's like a speech that I made myself ready about Armstrong and I can't come to it. What are these lace curtains for?
I don't know. They give the place a real homey feel, don't they? Lace curtains.
You know, if I was a cooking pot, I'd be perfectly happy to sit on the shelf under those.
How do you respond to something like that?
That smells good. Something's bubbling away nicely in that pot. It must be the lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Isn't that what I just ate for lunch?
Maybe. What you ate is the only French dish I know the name of.
Knives!
I've never heard of most of these seasonings. Oyster sauce?
Isn't that Chinese?
And look at these knives! They look really sharp.
I'd like to see how one of those slices through a cheesecake.
A cheesecake? You don't exactly need a sharp knife for one of those, Nick.
Yeah, but it's satisfying. Look, he's a normal man with a normal toilet fetish.
Got everything there.
Anyway, we got everything there. We got a pretty girl. We got a pretty girl. Look at the pretty girl. She's so pretty. Anyway, we found something suspicious that might lead to the guy, so... This day is throwing me off so bad.
Hey, you're just in time.
What is it, Detective Gumshoe?
The lab got back to me about that newspaper you gave me.
He must mean the sports paper with the memo scribbled on it. So, what did they say? Did the analysis turn up anything?
They said the doodle was written by the victim, Glen Elk. No doubt about it.
I expected as much.
The victim took the paper with him to the restaurant on the day of the murder. That's our best interpretation of the facts at the moment. MC Bomber. I get the feeling I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh, well, I guess it'll come back to me. Don't forget to report back to me with whatever you find in the restaurant, okay, pal?
Since when did I start taking orders from Gumshoe? Although, I get the feeling there's something I need to show him. It's my attorney's badge! No. I'm gonna show him food.
Sorry, man, it's my generic response at the moment, except it's about Maggey!
No! You like a girl. Anyway, what the fuck is this?
You got one of those aroma bottles too, huh?
Only this one doesn't smell.
Huh? I don't get you.
This was mixed in with all the other aromatherapy bottles, but it's not the same. It doesn't even look the same. Wouldn't you agree?
A cologne bottle that doesn't smell, huh? Smells like a skunk to me, pal.
Better be careful with that language in the office, Jesus.
Mind letting me borrow that bottle for a while? I want to send it to the lab for analysis.
The victim was poisoned, so the contents of this bottle are pretty important.
I had a hunch there was something funny about that, Chef.
You suspect John Armstrong?
I've got that guy's number. I know what his secret is.
This must be the same secret Gumshoe was talking about before.
I guess I better fill you in on the details. About this Armstrong guy's secret, I mean,
yes. So what's Mr. Armstrong's secret? You ever had lunch at Tribune, pal? Yes. So how was it? To put it nicely, it was inedible. Hey, don't worry about being nice around me, pal. You and I both know the reason that place is so empty is because of the food. I mean, the place is clean. He's got a girl like Maggey as a waitress, so... Yeah, I guess it's probably the food. The real scoop on the guy is he's up to his ears in debt. Really? How much does he owe? This is a copy of his loan contract. He's about $500,000 in the red. $500,000? Are we talking dollars? Yeah. Hey, if it was sterling, he'd really be in trouble. Sorry, that figure just took me by surprise. Yeah, this case is full of surprises. You might be willing to bet that chef's got something to do with most of them. That's my hunch. We have a hunch. We have a secret. Ow. I'm being very nice and trying to mute this thing before. Also, you want to see my... No. Check this again. $500,000? The 500,000 side is $500,000. Do I just walk away from this intensity? Like, I've covered all the bases. I'm just gonna go that way. And then that way. How you doing? What? Man, that thing's wrecked. Shit. Huh. The old guy's not here anymore. Rat. And I still have some unanswered questions for him. Anyway, a scooter, huh? Who'd leave it right here in the middle of a park like this? The wheel guard and the light are busted. I guess it must have been in an accident. It's totally wrecked. I'm not doing this. Hey! What do you think you're doing with my bike? No, I was just... Ah! You've been messing with my new ride? Is that what you've been doing? New ride? Isn't it kind of an old... Hey! You're gonna pay for this! It wasn't me! Then who's the one who's covered that... What? Who's the one who's covered my saddle in crap, huh? You're gonna pay, you catch my drift? No, wait a second. I'm not a pigeon. Wise guy, huh? I ought to beat you so hard I feel like you was smooching the express train. Uh-oh. You's better watch your back. This ain't over. I'm gonna round up a group of lawyers and then you's gonna pay. Actually, I am a lawyer. What do you say? I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Phoenix Wright! You saying you Phoenix Wright? Yeah, I am. So you a wise guy too, huh? 'Cause I'm Phoenix Wright, the one and only. What? Out of my way, I gotta cruise. I'm not doing this part again. I'm making Kevin doing it. He's gone. Surely that guy wasn't my phony. Was he? He wasn't anything like me! Guess I'd better make a note of the scooter.
Pathetic.
Oh, it's you.
You frets from a little brat like that. And you look like a pigeon that's got seeds in its eyes.
You're carrying beans, sir. Have you been here the whole time, then?
I was in the strawberry, had some thinking to do.
No, not Phoenix. You've got to give a man his time in the giant strawberry. So, are you a regular at the restaurant, sir? It's just that if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there? Sir? Sir? Oh no. I knew it. This old guy has got something to hide. But what could it be? He's, well, I've got items. I've got a Magatama. I've got fear. It's time you told me the truth. Why are you a regular at the restaurant you dislike so much?
Isn't it obvious? People only have one reason to go to restaurants. To eat.
To eat? Is that the whole truth?
What do you mean?
I don't think you go to that restaurant for the food.
You insolent brat! How dare you accuse me? What proof you got?
I can tell that not you nor anyone else in the world would go to that place for its food. The proof is in the pudding, or in this case, the lunch menu.
That's the Twin Two set.
The food at Tribulations is terrible and expensive.
You're wrong. It's cheap.
Huh?
I'm rich. I inherited money when I was a boy. Yeah, I'm stinking rich. I haven't done a jot of work since I was born, other than feeding the pigeons.
What a load of crock.
The taste's another story, but the price, nothing to me.
So you're saying that you go there because you've got money to burn?
Exactly. I have so much cash I go for a swim in my money vault every day.
Unfortunately, that's a lie.
What?
You don't have money to burn. You're flat broke. This is yours, right?
My magazine.
Why would a rich retiree be looking for a job?
I was... But so what? So I was looking for a job. I'm buying a lot in the moment. I need spending money.
Oh?
I don't go to that restaurant for food. I just go for the Javachino.
Yeah, I think you mean a cappuccino. Anyway, how much does a cappuccino cost there?
$8.
Those had better be some golden beans.
What's your problem? You think a poor man would be better off drinking dishwater, do you? Is that it?
No, I wasn't thinking that. I was wondering if the coffee there is really that great.
No, it's not, but anyway, yeah, that place has free newspapers to read every day.
Newspapers?
Exactly. They don't want me hanging around at home, so I go there.
I'm sorry, sir, in whatever voice I'm doing for you, but there are no free papers to read at Tribulations. Take a look at this.
What is it?
It's a newspaper I found behind the magazine rack at Tribulations.
So, what of it?
This was the only paper there, and it's dated more than a month ago.
What?
Do you see what I'm getting at here? That restaurant doesn't get newspapers. This is just one that a customer happened to leave behind. Tell me, why are you so determined to hide the truth?
I'm not hiding anything.
I'm gonna have to put this guy out of his misery. Listen, the real reason why you go to Tribulations so much... What are you asking me about that girl for? She was the waitress at Tribulations. Therefore, the answer to the mystery of why an old man would drink expensive coffee at a terrible restaurant is the waitress. But I don't recognize that face. And you are probably telling the truth here. Because you weren't looking at the girl's face, but at her outfit. That's the truth, isn't it? You became a regular at the restaurant because of the waitress uniform. That uniform is all you can think about, isn't it? I can't take it. To you, that waitress was your... Please, no more! Stop saying that word! Stop saying waitress! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Ah, he likes women. Sir, whose voice I cannot keep consistent.
Yeah, it's true. I was there for the young girl. Finds I'm a dirty, wicked, sinful old devil.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I even get one of those lousy cups of Javachino every time. $8 all because of the serving girl. Punish me. Lock me up.
Really, that's not what I'm here for.
You'll be the same. Another 20 years and you'll understand what it's like. You'll know how painful it is to be an old man like me.
No, really, listen, sir.
Stop calling me that. I have a name, you know, boy, so show some respect, huh? I'm Victor Kudo.
Sorry, Mr. Kudo.
You young ones think you know it all, don't you? Well, I'm not saying another word. I won't tell you anything more.
This guy was in the restaurant at the time of the incident, which means I have to hear his testimony one way or another. I don't believe this. I even broke his cyclocks and everything. I guess I'll have to try to get him when he's in a better mood. Do you think Maya can loan me one of those waitress outfits? Do you think that's worth a consideration? Speaking of waitress outfits, has a thing for waitresses.
Oh, it's an old man. Is he still feeding the pigeons?
Yeah, he fed me as well. Got a bunch of those beans in my eyes.
Ooh, ouch.
Hey, Maya, would you mind coming with me for a while?
Huh? Me? Why?
There's something I really want to ask that old man.
Sure, okay, I'll just get changed.
No, hang on. Can you go like that?
I guess?
Sir.
You again? Well, I see.
Nick, his eyes are burning into me.
It's okay. I think it's going pretty well. Huh?
You're still just a little child. Run along and play on the slide, alright?
Play on the slide?
Oh, we were so close. Just a little more and he would have spilled. Pigeon.
How can we crack this guy?
Can't you see I'm feeding the pigeon?
Mia?
Well,
if you don't mind, sir, I'd really love to talk with you.
Yes, of course, certainly. I'm Victor Kudo.
Even from beyond the grave. Wow. About the incident. You mean the man who died after drinking the Javachino? It's like he's a different guy. It's quite a shock even for me. He was a strange looking boy. The girl took the Javachino over to him, you see. And was the customer alone? Definitely. He was the only person at the table. Then he took one sip of his Javachino and he said something like, "Ah," and then collapsed. Dead. Oh, how terrifying. You're so good at listening, ain't you? I'll tell you anything, whatever you want to know. He certainly seems to be telling the truth now. But it looks like Mr. Kudo didn't see this other man either. Sorry, I thought I had to make something happen for the Mia thing to happen, and then she just happened, and then... Women. Do you like the food at Tribulations? Well, of course, I'm quite a sophisticated man. I was a young businessman once, you know. I set up a casino in London. Really? How interesting. Eating the food at that restaurant really takes me back to my days in France. What a lovely story. London's in England, not France. Oh, yeah, France is wonderful. I'd love to show you around the city sometime. It's too much. I can't take it. I want France. I can't believe Mia's laughing at this guy. Audible sigh. You visit Tribulations a lot, don't you? Of course, I mean, yes. I'd like to come and see you there. Really? Oh, you flatter me so. The owner would be delighted to welcome you, I'm sure. Be careful of that chef, my dear. The chef? You mean Mr. Armstrong? That's right. The man's an ex-con. He's an ex-con? Whatever did Mr. Armstrong do? Oh, no, those eyes, I can't take this. Mia's really got this guy eating out of her hand. He steals things from his customers. From his customers? Gloves, handkerchiefs, little things mainly. He's a pilferer, so you be careful around him, my dear. Are you sure about this? Of course, he was arrested for it once. I was there when it happened, having my Javachino. He really is a regular. Let me write you a little haiku about it. A haiku? Japanese poem. It'll explain all you need to know about the chef. You remember Japanese poems, right? You mentioned them in the first case, and then you got confused as to which one was which. If he takes anything again, you let me know. If it's not too expensive, I'll buy you a replacement. Poor guy. He couldn't do enough for Mia. Okay, Phoenix. That's about as much as I can do to help. Thank you, Mia. We got some really important information thanks to you. In haiku form. Honestly, I can't believe Maya called me for something like this. No, she was right. She was right. She was right.
I guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation.
Had enough of being a waitress?
Yeah, plus no one came to the restaurant.
Ooh la la, Mademoiselle Maya. No, how can you leave me like this?
I'm sorry.
That reminds me. Mr. Armstrong had a Cyclock or 3, didn't he? I'm gonna have to break those. Mr. Armstrong, I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to have another word with you.
Volunteers, of course.
there fresh speak? No. I'm gonna throw this at you, and you can stop robbing this from me, apparently. I feel like the colouring in this HD version is trying to do something with Jean's eyes, but like it's not really quite getting there.
What is happening? I do not like this horrible feeling.
I have to know the truth. What happened that day?
Allows, I will confess everything. Just don't hurt me.
Huh? Well, that was a new world record.
It was a lottery ticket.
A lottery ticket?
The man who died here had a lottery ticket. For $500,000.
$500,000?
Oui, but after the incident, this ticket... it disappeared.
The ticket disappeared?
This was the motive that the prosecution gave for Maggey. They say that she poisoned the man to get the $500,000 lottery ticket.
Why didn't you tell me about this sooner?
Mais alors,
you've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me, and I want to know the reason why.
No, monsieur, you doubt me? But I have confessed everything I know.
Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000 lottery ticket, I think I know who took it. I think the winning ticket was stolen by... Is this really what I'm sure? Who stole it? I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. How do I say it was the dude? Because I do not have... I cannot present myself. And there's no... I can present myself. What am I talking about? I'm a lawyer. How do I explain this?
Ça va?
Excuse me?
It means how are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
Bien, I am happy to hear it.
Okay, Ow.
Poor Maggey, she was tempted by the evil, no?
No, if it was really Maggey, you'd have no reason to hide the facts from me. Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000 lottery ticket. Now that I have eliminated the fact that I can't say that it was this guy who stole it. Maybe it was you, actually. Mr. Armstrong, I believe there is a very high probability that it was you, because I can't signal the other guy. Ah! That is one... Well, I didn't scream, so, I saved everyone.
Pourquoi moi? Why? You have no evidence? I am not Master Mask. I'm not the kind of person who steals the property of others.
Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. I present to you proof that you were stolen from others in the past.
What is this? A poem? Oh, monsieur, you know me so well. I adore poems.
Please read it, and put some feeling into it.
Convicted before a wicked man or woman. Repeat offender.
I'm sorry to have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong, but you've been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you?
Mon Dieu! Lemes, you are a liar.
At this point in the edit, I am summoning the cannon. You deny it?
Do not make la false accusation, s'il vous plaît. So, do you have any proof? I want to see incontestable proof that I have ever stolen from one of my customers.
Well, it seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong.
What is that?
This is my Magatama. And I found it in your kitchen.
No!
Again, I saved you all.
Oi! Oi! I have a weakness for little trinkets and the figurines. My hand itch slips out, I cannot stop it.
You've stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right?
Oi, it is la truth. I am just a timid little girl inside me, monsieur, a timid little girl. Besides, this time it was not a small trinket, oui. It was $500,000. And non, why would I steal it? I have no need for such money.
Really now?
Oh, monsieur, what is it?
Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you're in desperate need of a large amount of cash? This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it?
Oh!
You have a loan to the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out your debt. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to say for yourself now? Okay. Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place?
The man, he was listening to the radio with his earpiece.
Maggey said something about that too.
The winning number was announced on the news, I think. All of a sudden, he exploded. Yes, $500,000, he shouted.
And the ticket?
Oi, he had all of his tickets spread out on the table. I was so desperately in need of money, so I
Put the poison in his coffee?
No, you not man. I simply helped myself to one of his tickets.
What?
La victim collapsed and Maggey passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? He had so many of them.
Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, right? How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggey was arrested because of you.
No, this is not true. I did not take it. The ticket for $500,000, I mean.
But you just told us you did. You said you took a ticket.
Mais non, ma fille. It was not.
What's enough? Ah! Oh shit, Godot! That's enough. How's Kevin doing this? That's enough. What in the hell are you doing here, Gato? Ugh. This is without a doubt the worst coffee I've ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. He came in here for coffee? Does his craving for coffee know no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question.
I am Lethead None, just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at.
But in that case, Maggey shouldn't be the only one under suspicion.
He had the wrong ticket.
What?
Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor.
So, the ticket he took was worthless?
Not quite. He did win something. $1. You see, I am just a pretty face. Without my looks, I have nothing.
So, what happened to the winning ticket then? The one he meant to steal?
Indeed, what did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so... We'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we? Voila! You too. Time to laugh at the pretty little airhead.
Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore. That's rude. He wrote you a beautiful poem. Looks like we've got a new mystery now. Namely, where did the winning ticket go?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Well, anyway. We can't let Maggey suffer any longer for this, and certainly not again. To be continued.